Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm super excited. We have with us Miss Jackie Arledge with Gateway Mortgage. As a realtor, we can only answer so many questions, and then you have to go to the mortgage side because that's where you get the correct information. And yay, Miss Jackie, glad you are here.
Thank you, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
And if they need to get a hold of you or anything, if they look at the top of the screen, I've got all your information up there running, so they can get a hold of you. Or if they need to get a hold of me, they can go to my website. I'll put a link in below, and they can contact me with their preferred method.
Okay, good
But
deal.
we've had some questions that a realtor can only answer so much of, so then it becomes the lender's side, and that's why you're here to give us the straight scoop.
Okay,
So we've got a few questions, and one of the questions were, let me see what we got here, that they've heard about manufactured housing cannot get a loan. Is that true?
so no, that's false. Manufactured housing, mobile homes are basically classified about the same. Some lenders will not finance manufactured or mobile homes. That's where they may be hearing that you can't get a loan for
Right.
those. But we currently are able to offer manufactured mobile homes for double wide mobile homes on a permanent foundation, FHA, conventional, and VA loans.
Okay.
So there's three very good conforming loan products right there that allow us to do that type of financing.
Okay. And it's pretty important to get
Pre-qualified?
Yeah,
Yes.
pre-qualified. They need to know how much money they can afford, what they can
Yes,
afford out
because
there.
each loan product has its own qualifications and requirements, and they are going to be different from loan to loan. So it's not just a blanket across the board qualification for each type of loan. So yes, it is good to know how much you're needing for down payment, if any, what your estimated closing fees will be, estimated monthly payment.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many people go to a lender, they pre-qualify them for X amount of dollars, and then when they come back in with a contract and see what that estimated monthly payment is, it's like, I can't do that. That's too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So know before you go what you're looking at.
Yes. They need to do their due diligence, save themselves a lot of time, and then they'll be good to go. So,
Yes,
all
shop
right.
shop with more confidence.
Yeah.
Now we can also, if the customer would like to do so, we can go ahead and collect all the credit documents that are needed for loan approval, send it into underwriting for a pre-approval instead of a pre-qualification. So
Okay.
that means it goes in front of the underwriter and they review the documents, they double check me,
Okay.
make sure I haven't transposed numbers or anything like that. And that way the borrower has a pre-approval authorization and not just a pre-qualification. And they can shop with better confidence that, hey, all I need is the appraisal and the title work and anything property related for my loan to be approved.
And that helps me as the realtor because I don't want to try to look at $600,000 homes when they're qualified for something maybe 250,000.
Correct.
So we're all on the same page, and that's why it's so important. You get a hold of your favorite lender, probably, Jackie.
Hopefully.
So, all right, and we got the next question. Let me read that. We got all our notes here, people, so bear with me. It says, someone needs to do a renovation or construction on a home. How much above the above price of the house can they get for their reno/construction part?
Okay, my answer to this one is it's not a simple answer. With most construction loans, you are looking at a certain percentage of either the cost to build or the appraised value, whichever is the lesser amount. So if you've got a cost to build of $100,000, yet your appraised value is $95,000, then we're going to do a percentage of that $95,000 value since it's the lower of the two. Renovation loans, we do currently offer two different types of renovation loans. There's the FHA 203K, and there is the conventional home style renovation program. Both of those programs will allow you to purchase the property and do renovations or repairs to the property with funds that are borrowed. They are both very paper intensive on the front end from the borrower, because they have to give us a contract from the builder that they're going to use for the renovations, the description of materials that go into it, cost to renovate, the whole bit. We have to give that to the appraiser on the front end so they can tell us how much that property is going to be worth once all those renovations are done.
Well, see, that's some pretty good information right there, boy. Let's see. Well, we're going to go to the next one. What's the minimum credit score that clients need to get a mortgage with Gateway?
Well, with Gateway, it's pretty simple. We have, on our conforming loans, we have the Fannie Mae Freddie Mac conventional loans. We have FHA, VA, which is our veteran loan, and USDA rural development. So the conventional loan programs, we can go to a 620 credit score requirement. FHA and VA are both 580. And then rural development, USDA rural development, has its own set credit score limitation at 620 for manual underwrite. So pretty lenient credit scores there for requirements. So, but they do differ from program to program.
Yeah. And there's a lot of apps and everything online of, oh, you've got a gazillion credit score. That may be what the app says, but you need to get with your lender, and your lender will actually tell you what your credit score is. Don't you pull from like 3 different bureaus?
We do. We pull what's called a tri-merge, so it's Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion.
Okay.
The credit scores that 90% of the lenders use is a FICO score. When you're looking at certain credit apps out there and getting your scores, they're more of what's called an advantage score. So it's not the same scoring mechanism that the lenders use for scoring those credit scores.
Because that's going to give them a real close, how much can I borrow?
Right, and usually what you are pulling from those credit apps is going to be a higher score than what the lender is going to be pulling.
Yeah.
So it can give you false hope or false information when you're talking to the lender, and no, dear, my credit score's not that high.
And there could be something on there you don't even know was on there by somebody else or whoever pushed a button, and you would catch that, and they would say, well, that's not ours. And then you'd be able to fix that right away, and which is not uncommon.
The consumer can go to www.annualcreditreport.com
Okay.
once every 12 months and pull a free credit report.
There you go, people.
It's all 3 bureaus. They can pull one at a time, and therefore they're keeping up with their credit every 4 months or so. They can pull them all at one time. The credit score is not free. You have to pay for the credit score, but you can get a free reporting of what's being shown on your credit report.
Okay.
So you can at least keep up with, hey, that's not mine,
Right.
or this payment was not made late, and you can stay on top of it that way.
Yeah. So, okay. Let's looky here. What areas around Northwest Arkansas can do an RD loan?
Well, with rural development, the property itself has to be in an RD eligible area. So basically, any homes that are located within the city limits currently of Bentonville, Rogers, Springdale, or Fayetteville will not be eligible for rural development. They have to be more rural in nature, okay? They can still have a mailing address, but they have to be either extremely east-west of those cities to be in the eligible areas. When the census numbers come out, those
Yeah.
areas change. We had a new census done just recently. We're waiting on those figures to be finalized. And when they are, we may be losing a couple of cities. We'll just
Yeah.
have to wait and see what the final numbers are. But currently, Pea Ridge, some areas of Centerton, Bella Vista, farther west to Siloam, Gentry, Decatur, those areas are eligible. But we do expect some changes coming down the pipeline.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So that was my phone. Can you believe that? I was supposed to turn that off. How about that? You know what? When you're kind of live, it is what it is. So we're just gonna kind of leave that go. Okay? Yeah. So all right, yeah, that was pretty good right there. So.
Yeah.
All right, and your information is right above on the scrolling ticker. We also got it right below you over there, so they can get a hold of you. So sorry about my phone, but that's okay. You know how it goes.
Well, if anyone has any questions, they can call me. They can email me. I'm available from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and that includes weekends. So unless my email or voicemail says I'm unavailable, I'll be giving them a call back. Okay.
All righty, and they could talk to you, and you could get with them, and they could even apply online, and it'll come directly right to you for you to look at.
Yes, if they go to my website at gatewayloan.com/Jackie-Arledge, it will come straight to me.
Yep.
I will be notified that I have an application to look at, and I'll get right on it and get with the client.
Very good, very good. Well, I really appreciate you coming on the show, Mel, and I know we brought some value to somebody out there during the real estate and loan process here. So,
well, and if anyone has any specific questions, they can get in touch with you, and maybe we can answer that next time.
okay, that sounds good. And I'll have my information below. You can get a hold of me with your preferred method of contact, no problem there. So, again, appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next show.